This is a presentation of the Oklahoma Sports Network.
Any other use of this telecast or any pictures, descriptions, or accounts of the game without the Oklahoma Sports Network's consent is prohibited. It may not be reproduced or retransmitted in any form, and the accounts and descriptions of this game may not be used without express written consent.
And a pleasant good afternoon, live from the Great Plains Coliseum, host of the first Great Plains Invitational, brought to you by Liberty National Bank. And so we are so proud to be a part of this tournament. Started on Thursday. We had 8 teams, 4 games each day to get down to this portion of the contest, where we're going to play for third place right now, which is an opportunity for us to be able to be taking advantage of that. So it's a great opportunity for us. Got a little bit of a camera issue, so we'll get that taken care of here momentarily. But it's basically a great setup between third place, and then later on for the second of the doubleheader, it will be Lawton High versus Putnam City, and that will be for the championship for the first Great Plains Invitational. Glad to have you along. My name is Eric Sherem and Caleb Sherem on our camera photography, and we'll get that underway. So we're going to take a timeout. We've got 3 minutes before tip-off, and we'll do that next right here on the Oklahoma Sports Network.
When I'm flying, I put my helmet on, my visor down, my mask up. You don't know who I am. Whether I'm African American, Asian American, Hispanic, white, male or female. You just know I'm an American airman kicking your butt. I'm General C.Q. Brown Jr. Come join us.
When it comes to your home, you need someone that you can trust to keep it safe and protected for you and your family.
Vesta Foundation Solutions is your local, family-owned company that has helped many homeowners fix and protect their homes.
Our engineered solutions can take care of all of your foundation repair, basement waterproofing, concrete leveling, and dirt crawl space repair needs.
We take pride in getting the job done right, and you'll always be protected with up to a 75-year warranty.
Contact us today for a free estimate.
4D Landscaping and Irrigation has been providing top-rated professional landscape and irrigation services for the past 25 years. They take your vision for that perfect landscaping project for your home, new construction, or business and make it a reality with their easy financing options. You'll want to make sure to ask them about their seasonal services too. 4D Landscaping and Irrigation. Call 510-9983.
We come from different backgrounds, with diverse interests and unique learning styles. Finding classes that fit your individual needs isn't a challenge at Cameron University. A small campus and dedicated faculty ensures there's always someone close by to guide you on your journey. Your success is our success. Your education is our mission. At Cameron University, you're not a number, you're part of the family.
All right, welcome back to the Great Plains Coliseum, host of what was an exciting 3 days right before the holiday break, and there's a little bit of a silence before we get started with our starting lineups. They had to play these games to get here, 4 games each and every night, starting on Thursday, and then we went to a Friday schedule, and then Saturday for the consolation rounds, and then finally getting into third place. You know, you had to win those first 2 to get in the finals, and so, the pecking order has been set. MacArthur Highlanders kind of struggled in that fourth quarter against Putnam City. It was all tied up after 3 quarters of play, and you can go back and watch that on demand. And then also for Tulsa Memorial in a big battle with Lawton High, kind of struggled in that fourth quarter, made an opportunity for them to come up shy to be in that finals recognition. So congratulations to both teams making it there. Mr. Taylor is talked in for the MacArthur Highlanders by Javal Coleman. Starting lineups for the MacArthur Highlanders: Anthony Smith, a senior, 6'4" forward, being introduced. And we met Alton Thomas. We didn't get him in, as well as Garrett Herring. That's your starting lineups for your MacArthur Highlanders. So number 25, Jalil Cotton, and then a senior, number 33, Jareth Ingram. You better watch him. He's going to be the one to watch when it comes to this showdown. We'll have 8 on your board for the first quarter. Winners to be announced for the third place finisher in this tournament. I'm glad to have you along here. Ready to tip it off at center court. MacArthur Highlanders in their all black with gold numbers. Tulsa Memorial in their all away whites with just a little bit of blue. And we're underway. So MacArthur Highlanders with the opening tip, back irons, no good. Off the back of the rebound for the Tulsa Memorial Chargers. Chargers, of course, got the big height advantage. And they'll look to use that. Lets that one sail, but gets the offensive rebound and the quick board, and you better box out underneath or it's going to be a long night as the Chargers opening up with the opening lead 2-0. Just underway here in the first quarter. Already had some consolation rounds. And then puts that one up for a 3-ball for the MacArthur Highlanders. And immediately a timeout is called. So they'll take one. We'll take one with them. We'll be back right after this on the Oklahoma Sports Network.
Summer job, babysitting money, graduation gifts. Sounds like it's time to open a free student checking account with Communication Federal Credit Union. It's made for teens and tweens. Open your new account and get a free Visa debit card for secure shopping power online or in stores. Plus, mom and dad can transfer money in and manage it all from the app. Go to comfedcu.org for details. Communication Federal Credit Union.
Back to action after a quick timeout called. After the opening bucket for the MacArthur Highlanders was a 3-ball, and they lead by 1, 3-2, and Tulsa Memorial on the move. Really heavily contested, a lot of ball movement. It's saved, and then picked up by the MacArthur Highlanders. So a steal and offensive opportunity as they get the 3-ball and then an opportunity. 3 on the way coming up from the corner, and they hit it. Back-to-back threes for the MacArthur Highlanders, and just like that, the Highlanders are up 6-2. Like I said, very heavily contested with man. And then there's a little cheap one, reach inside for the MacArthur Highlanders. That's going to be the first, and that's going to be on Thomas. 6-foot sophomore with a little reach in and a hand clap, and that's going to be the first. On the Highlanders, and the first for this afternoon. So Collins going to get it over on the opposite side, and that ball is going to toss outside, and MacArthur last touched the ball. So we'll inbounds with Jamerson, Tyree Jamerson from Memorial to toss inside. Glad you could watch us on Facebook and on YouTube Live and on the network. Inside feed, turnaround jumper is no good. Rebounded by the Highlanders and crosses the timeline. Outside corner, fakes the three, go baseline. Gets caught up in the wash, turnaround, no good. Rebounded Memorial. Chargers on the move, quickly down the court. Nice fast feed underneath, and there's nothing but fancy off the glass for two to bring this into a 6-4 contest. I'm just going to float ourselves way back, and Highlanders answer points with points. And trying to say that, is this what you want to do? Is up-tempo against Tulsa Memorial? I guess that's what they want to do, is a lot of ball movement, a lot of hustle, and that's going to be thrown out of bounds, so a little bit too high. And the Highlanders are going to capitalize on yet another turnover. So Herring will inbounds for the Highlanders with 5:11 left to go here in quarter number one. Going to drive as Coleman. Back out top for Thomas. Hits the rim, no good. Gets the rebound, though, for Herring as the junior comes down with a rebound. It's good to see all three Lawton schools, of course, in this invitational. Turnaround jumper in the paint is no good. Rebounded quickly by Ingram. And he'll try to go coast to coast, get upended, come to the near side. Little toss out with 4:39 left to go. Puts it up strong, but then another back with Cotton to get the follow through with the rebound to bring it in 8-6. Not quite halfway through quarter number one, and we've got fast-paced action. Going strong to the hoop with a nice little finger roll from Anthony Smith is no good. And the Chargers come quickly down the court. Top of the key, he says back out. Wants a free lane, going baseline, stutter step, gets rejected. And that was a great defensive stop by Anthony Smith. Inside the hands for the Highlanders and quickly down the floor across midcourt. 8-6, Highlanders lead with 3:52 left to go in the first quarter. Inside the paint, looks for a little bit of help. Back outside for a three ball on the way, no good. They hit the first 2 threes. That's just going to sail out of bounds. Last touch by the Highlanders, so the Chargers will retain possession. Chargers going to look for a little bit of help down below. Everybody's up top. Outside perimeter. They're going to stop that three, and they're going to contest. Really going hard against Ingram. Ingram's getting a little bit of help. Three ball on the way. Back iron's no good. Chargers with a rebound with another opportunity. Loose ball on the floor. There's a dive for it. Picked up by the Highlanders into the hands of Smith. Smith slows the tempo just a bit with 3 minutes left to go here in quarter number one. Fast-paced already. 8-6 is only the score. Three ball on the way from NBA range, and that is going to be a foul on the back end for the Chargers. But we've talked about this floor having 3 markings of threes, 1 NBA range, college, and high school level, and that was way outside the arc. So a lot of times when you're on the floor in a high school format and you see that line underneath, you got kind of a rhythm, but that can kind of throw you off, and not really saying anything but A.J. Vaughn is going to go to the line. Shooting 2. First shot is up and good. Brings the score to 9. 9-6, Highlanders with the lead. And he gets the second. Highlanders finally get to double digits to bring it to 10. Working their ball up for Ingram, top of the key. Wants to go down low, and we saw that in earlier games to Cotton. Cotton is not able to get dialed up or where he wants to be. Kind of taking that away. But inside Cotton, a little floater inside the lane is up for two. Cotton brings it within a bucket. 2:18 left to go. 3 ball out of the way, and that goes in for the Highlanders to bring it to 13. And a dribble between his legs is Pratt. Little bounce pass trying to get into Cotton. Finally comes up with it. Hands off to Thompson. Thompson looks to drive, gets stopped. Backs out, top of the key. Bounce pass coming to the near side by Toby. Toby will fake the end around, gets up, and that ball goes out of bounds and last touched by Chargers. So MacArthur Highlanders with the ball with 1:42 left to go here in the first quarter with the lead 13-8. We saw that with the Highlanders last night, in case you missed it, where they played with Putnam City, and they were tied up into the third quarter. And their fourth quarter, the wheels just came off. Otherwise, they would have been in the title round, trying to play against the city rival Lawton High Wolverines, who beat Memorial on this floor yesterday. With a miss, an opportunity, so here comes the Chargers, cross the timeline with 1:22 left. Pratt looks for a little bit of help. Bounce pass down to Ingram. Ingram looks for the two-type contestant, a little finger roll, spin move with the arch in the middle with a, it's going to be a foul on the floor. With the little sky hook, one-handed. A slap with the rebound. It's going to bring up the Highlanders' second foul, and that is going to be against Anthony Smith, and that's going to be his first, team second. Ingram will check out of the ballgame for the Chargers. We also noticed that when you have a couple of days of action. Coach really likes to go to his bench, keep guys fresh, so he rotates his players quite a bit. Inside feed, nice little finger roll, no good. 3 black jerseys in for the rebound, and the Highlanders come up with it. 13-8 with $1:05 left to go here in quarter number 1. Coleman is going to little dish out, then that's going to be a loose ball. Struggle for it. There's a tie-up, and they're going to say a jump ball it's called. And the possession arrow will go to the Chargers. Five-point lead early on in this first quarter with less than a minute left to play. Don't forget our second matchup will feature for the title showdown of the first Great Plains Invitational, Lawton High Wolverines against Putnam City. True athleticism with on the floor. Oh, maybe took the extra stutter step. Wasn't called on the floor. Lets that one sail from outside the range. No good for Pratt. Rebound Highlanders. 36 seconds left to go, and going to slow that down as looks to Coach Gagliardi. Kind of play for the last shot if they can. Down to 30 seconds. Play a little keep away outside perimeter with Coleman. Just a sophomore. Little handoff to A.J. Vaughn. Back to Vaughn. Down underneath to Klein. Little bounce pass. Back up to Klein. Outside, way downtown. Hits the front of the rim. No good with 6 seconds left to go, and tries to get the save on the baseline, but that goes out with his possession. And so the Chargers will have an opportunity to chip into this lead with 4.3 seconds left to go. Nice workaround right there, but not an opportunity to get the points that Coach Gagliardi wants. Chargers get stopped at midpoint, and at the buzzer throws that what's going to be no good. Even if it went in, it was before the shot. Ball still in his hands. 13-8, 1 quarter in the books. We'll be back with the second quarter right after this on the Oklahoma Sports Network.
Your job can get dirty. You need a solution. At Waste Solutions, we offer front-end loaders, roll-off containers, and dumpsters for any job, large or small. Our services are for everybody, from small businesses to contractors to construction companies and everyone in between. We are a locally owned company, and we've been serving our community for 21 years. We love Southwest Oklahoma, and we take care of our own. Every dirty problem has a solution. We're Waste Solutions. Click or call today.
Yeah, you can find us on all those platforms. In fact, if you're watching on Facebook and have not already, please like us there. You can find out what's going on with our world. You know, we've had Thursday, Friday, Saturday all basketball. We had the all-girls wrestling tournament, some of the finals there. You can watch that on demand. Out in cash, over 400, close to 400 girl wrestlers. And so, yeah, where sports is our middle name. We're the Oklahoma Sports Network. You can download us on our app, Android and Apple devices, just by searching the Oklahoma Sports Network. Roku, Amazon Fire, and Apple TV if you're in your home sets. We'll be doing a little Christmas decorations. That's what we were doing a little bit later this afternoon. Klein with a nice drive inside with a scoop out to the outside corner with a back 3-iron. No good. Klein gets the little tip and the nice little rebound extra. And so the extra opportunity for the Highlanders gets the score to bring it to 15. It's 15-8 just underway here. And a 3-ball from NBA range. And just like that, they get into double digits to make it 15-11. Going to look for a little bit of help. Klein looks to drive, fake pass, then bounces back over to Coleman. Coleman with a shot, no good. Just tipped out on the rim just a couple of times. Someone loses a shoe. That's a charger. He has to go get a retire. And he'll be back to action. Coming to the near side, drive. Great shift over on the defense, but stops and pops for two. And Coach Gagliardi wants to call a timeout as they chipped it away to make it a one-bucket lead. We'll be back right after this on the Oklahoma Sports Network.
To showing your loved ones you care, you need the best. A Better Design Flowers and Gifts is under new ownership, and we're proud to be serving the people of Southwest Oklahoma. Our talented florists are committed to building the most beautiful floral arrangements, as well as providing superior customer service. We service all types of events, from weddings to funerals, just because gifts, and of course, holidays. We're also a veteran-owned company. Click, call, or come by today. We'd love to show you a better design.
So back to action after the quick call timeout from Coach Gagliardi. As the Memorial Chargers find them way just in a bucket separation between the two. MacArthur has led from, well, actually the opening was the Chargers got the two, but then ever since the Highlanders had the 3-ball, they have led ever since. A tie-up and a jump ball is called. Possession arrow will go back to the Chargers. With 6:37 just underway here. In the second quarter. So great basketball, and we're going to have more basketball. In fact, we'll be here at the Coliseum in January for the county tournament. With all the area schools, looking forward to that. Glad that all three Lawton schools being a part of this invitational to be at home. Oh, a nice just move inside the lane with a little fingertip roll off the fingers for Ingram. And just like that, we're into a tie ball game. All tied up at 15 apiece. Highlanders with the opening lead, and we're going to say a travel as he tried to scoop that down away from where he was going to be. So you don't want to have that in games like this. As Coach Gagliardi says, a younger team. Getting a lot of floor experience, no doubt. So Ingram with that left hand powered to the baseline, little dish out, back over to Jamison. Tyree Jamison fakes, goes baseline. Nice little pass inside the lane, little floater, bounces around, no good, but guess who gets the rebound is Ingram, and that's going to step out, and will he be, say they're going to call that. He's going to talk to the other official about whether he got they're going to say that it was last touch by the Highlanders, so Chargers will retain possession underneath their own basket with 5:38 left to go in the second quarter. Looks for a little help, a little alley-oop pass to the top of the key. Dish out, and then fake the pass, and that was a nice little school move. Gets right inside for the first lead tonight since the opening bucket for the Chargers as they lead 17-15. Highlanders kind of on a drought, and a lid has been put on this bucket where they have not been able to make a shot in quite some time. With a 5-point lead, and then Memorial comes back, chips away, and finally retakes the lead. Highlanders with a loose ball and is able to set this up. Coach Gagliardi calls in for his plays. Coleman back over to Herring. Back up top, way downtown again, and that's off the mark. And you say you can't make a shot outside. That's way beyond NBA range. And I know that, for a young man on a floor that you're not used to, it's not a high school floor. It's a gym that has got 3 markings. And I know in your peripheral, all you're seeing is a line. And he's way outside. And so that's why it was an air ball. Unfortunate. But when you play in the Coliseum, you get that. Also, your depth of field underneath for the backboards isn't what you're used to in high school either. So nonetheless, you got to play it. Ingram inside and just methodically gets what he needs inside the paint, using what he needs to. And now they extend the biggest Memorial lead, 19-15. To 4, looking to respond, coming back on the other side. That has been a sweet spot right there in that corner for Coleman. And Coleman gets the 2. Or gets the 3, rather, to make it a 19-18 and a timeout on the floor. We'll take it with him. We'll be back right after this on the Oklahoma Sports Network.
Sign Company has been serving Oklahoma and surrounding states for over 60 years. As a family-owned business, our focus has always been on driving people to your door, not just selling you a sign. From custom sign design and manufacturing to installation and service, AeroSign has the knowledge and experience to deliver the ideal sign for you while using materials at the highest quality to ensure that your sign will look great for years and years to come. We design and manufacture our signs for longevity, so you get the greatest return on investment possible. AeroSign Company, helping your business thrive since 1955.
One thing I'm going to tell you about basketball is that not only will we have the county tournament, we will also have quite a bit of basketball. In the Lawton area, we've got, of course, our Lawton teams with our games of the week. We'll have Mid-Del with their games of the week. And in Oklahoma City, the best pitted teams when the rankings come out in January. We're going to be heading to some of those. So you want basketball, we've got it here for you on the Oklahoma Sports Network. Sports is our middle name. Drive inside the lane in the paint, no good. Rebounded by the Highlanders. And Anthony Smith with the rebound. Going to set this one up. Top of the key. Looks to go right, passes left. Back up top to start once again. To Rushing. Coach really getting some extra players in here. Rotating his bench. 19-18 your score. Memorial with a 1-point lead and a whistle on the floor. Out of bounds with 19-18 with 3:35 left to go here in the second quarter. So, yeah, we like basketball, and we'll have plenty of it. Get your run and get your fill. Tries to go bait line. Oh, and he has really stepped in the lane and taken Ingram away from an easy layup. So the Highlanders have done themselves defensively, now with a rejection and a steal by Ingram. Coming back down the other way on a 3-on-1. Stops, waits, with 3 minutes left to go here. Outside corner, lets that one sail. Back iron's no good. Rebounded Highlanders. Chip Brewer with the freshman with the rebound. Champ Brewer, I'm sorry. So Champ Brewer, of course, in a line of champions. Get that as a secondary story, but the freshman, a nice little move inside the paint, back outside. That's on the 3-ball range, right at NBA range. No good. Back irons. Rebound by the Chargers. Tulsa Memorial with the ball is Ingram with the rebound. Toss back up to Pratt. Lets that one sail. No good. And you know what, that big on big down below, you think a little bit more offensive rebounds, but MacArthur's really boxing out well. 2:18 left to go here before we get the half, and it's just a 1-point contest. Inside the lane, a little scoop, and then tipped away, deflected into the hands of Ingram. Ingram will stop for a 3-ball, hits the back iron. The lid is closed there for the Chargers for a bit. Highlanders try to capitalize with 2 minutes to go. Both going to their bench quite a bit. Anthony Smith back over to Thomas inside the lane. Oh, and then loses it momentarily, but is able to get it is Champ Brewer. Brewer. It's Grady Brewer's son, and why not call him Champ? That's what it is, inside the scoop lane. Outside corner for a 3-ball. Hits the back iron, no good. Tipped around. Oh, and a kind of collision come down hard. Hits his head. Hopefully he'll be okay. Ingram back outside corner, and we got a player down. And Josh Rushing, the freshman, is down on the floor for the Highlanders, and he'll be attended to. He's on the other end of the court. Stoppage of play with 1:23 left to go. And he just kind of got tangled up with his feet, came down underneath, and hit his head. And that's the bad part about it. We're going to take a quick timeout and be back right after this. You're watching the Great Plains Invitational, the Great Plains Coliseum right here on the Oklahoma Sports Network.
Goodbye, paperwork. Hello, convenience. Farewell, waiting. Hello, personal service. Catch you later, dreaming. Hello, planning. Buy your dream home, connect with a personal banker, and easily schedule an appointment with digital tools from Arvest Bank. Goodbye limits, hello possibilities.
Becker Raybon Funeral Home has been serving the funeral needs of Southwest Oklahoma since 1940 and is owned by the Raybon family. We believe family ownership makes a great difference in the care and service your family receives. Their staff is eager to find ways to assist you. Whether it's with live streaming or benefit assistance, we can help. When it comes to measuring personal levels of service, there are other funeral homes, and then there is ours. Becker Raybon Funeral Home, 1502 Fort Sill Boulevard.
Well, fortunately, he's able to get up on his own power, and that's the good news. Kind of the gyms go a little silent, but he'll be looked at a little bit more appropriately. Josh Rushing just kind of got his feet tangled up. Gets that one in for the big man, Jareth Ingram. Extend the lead. By 3. So $1.09 left to go. We're going to let that one sail, and hits the back iron, no good. With a minute 3 still up. Oh, and then up off the glass for 2 is good. To make it 22-20. Loose ball on the floor, a tie-up, and that is going to be called jump ball, and the possession arrow is going to be favored for the Highlanders. So with 45 seconds left to go, they have an opportunity to try to take the lead or tie this one up. Now a stolen ball in the floater inside the lane, back up by Ingram. Gets his own rebound, puts it up for 2 to make it 24. 27 seconds left to go. Backed way out, almost to center court. Down to 16 seconds. Down by 4. Highlanders trying to get within 2 or within 1 with a 3. Loose ball, stolen, on the floor. Loose ball, and a jump ball is called. And the possession arrow will remain with Tulsa Memorial. Up 24-20 with 7.6 seconds left to go. And a whistle. 30-second timeout is called. So as they take a timeout, we'll take it with them. We'll be back right after this. You're watching the Great Plains Invitational on the Oklahoma Sports Network.
Are you looking for more than just a job? Barres Foods in Lawton offers a career with a competitive starting wage, opportunity for advancement, life and health insurance, including medical, dental, and vision, as well as 401k retirement plan. At Barres, you can be proud of a company that gives back to the community. But most of all, you can take pride from making a quality product. Barres Foods, making the best tasting hot dogs and smoked sausages. The food America likes to eat. So come be a part of a winning team and start your path to success today.
All right, so quickly on the floor with 3.3 seconds. Let that one sail, and wow, just like that before the buzzer is able to hit that one to now go up by 7. So just like you needed the quick timeout, get readjusted, and they hit the 3 at the buzzer by Jareth Ingram. So Ingram hits the 3 to make it a 7-point lead at the half, 27-20. We'll be back with more at halftime right after this as you're watching the Great Plains Invitational brought to you by Liberty National Bank. We'll be back right after this on the Oklahoma Sports Network.
We fight the battles no one hears about.
We drop into the middle of firefights to rescue others.
And act as one-man air traffic control towers. We're the ones who go before all others. Join the fight.
Bank First is uniquely Oklahoman, deeply rooted in over 50 communities statewide. From those roots, our investment in education springs forth, helping to raise the Oklahoma leaders of tomorrow while providing financial strength to the business leaders of today. That's the kind of loyalty that helps entire communities thrive. Bank First, loyal to Oklahoma, loyal to you.
You deserve the best, and the Billingsley family of dealerships has delivered award-winning service since 1963. View our inventory when it's convenient for you at BillingsleyFord.com. That's the Billingsley way. Score big at Billingsley Hyundai. Experience the all-new 2023 Hyundai Palisade. This upscale SUV seats 8 and packs a powerful V6 to get you on your journey. Get yours today at Billingsley Hyundai. That's the Billingsley way.
We are celebrating.
Here at Pam and Barry's team, we've been helping you through the real estate process for more than 20 years.
We want to thank you for choosing our team to help you.
We sold our house at full asking price, and it took less than about a week to get our full asking price with Pam and Barry.
Don't go at it alone.
Let us handle it all here.
We're not bragging, we're just applying for a job.
Hi, I'm Dr. Todd Bridges.
And I'm Dr. Nathan Buckner.
Did you know our dental practice is one of only 6% of practices in the United States that provide care from an all-digital platform?
We fabricate crowns, bridges, and place implants with advanced digital technology.
If you want to be part of this digital revolution in dental care, call us today at 248-6700 or visit our website at bridgesandbucknerdentistry.com.
We look forward to providing you with exceptional dental care.
Well, back here at the Great Plains Coliseum, and just like that, we are at the half where Tulsa Memorial leads MacArthur 27-20. Got about 6.5 minutes before we get ready for second half action. Don't forget, after the conclusion of this game around 6 o'clock, we have got the finals for the Great Plains Invitational. The Lawton High Wolverines, who defeated Tulsa Memorial to get there, will take on Putnam City, who defeated MacArthur last night. MacArthur and Putnam City were tied after 3 quarters, and so Putnam City really took the advantage there in the second half. So glad to bring you all of these 3 days of basketball, 4 games on Thursday, another 4 on Friday, the third round finish and the finals here on Saturday. So a lot of ball games, 10 ball games, and you can catch all of those on the Oklahoma Sports Network with On Demand. Also, don't forget to download us on our free app for Apple and Android devices. We're on Roku, Amazon Fire, Apple TV. Follow us on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and our TikTok. So it's 27-20. Tulsa Memorial leads by 7 at the half. We'll be back with second half action right after this. You're watching the Great Plains Invitational, brought to you by Liberty National Bank, right here on the Oklahoma Sports Network.
Memorial Medical Group's orthopedic specialists are the most experienced team in Southwest Oklahoma. Our orthopedic surgeons are trained to diagnose and treat shoulder, knee, hip, hand, and foot conditions, as well as orthopedic trauma, sports, or work-related injuries. And they're the only ones in the area to offer Mako robotic-assisted surgery for knee and hip replacement. When you need bone and joint help, trust MMG Orthopedics to get you back to living your best life.
Coast Technology Group helps you feel safe and secure utilizing simple, reliable technology. Allow our team of experts to help you design the right system with high-definition surveillance cameras, cutting-edge smart alarm systems, and thoughtfully designed access control for your home or business. Work, sleep, and play with confidence, knowing CTG is your technology partner.
Want to take the stress out of your next remodel or building project? Comanche Home Center can deliver all the lumber, supplies, and tools right to you. When you're done, they'll pick up anything you don't use and give you credit towards your next project. Give Comanche Home Center a call today for a free estimate.
Here at Carpet One, we have a great selection of carpet, hardwood, vinyl, tile, laminate, and area rugs. With all this, you're sure to find exactly what you want for your home. Come browse our exclusive selection or give Carpet One at Comanche Home Center a call today for a free estimate.
You ever have a meal so good you want to dance? If you haven't yet, you will. At Gangnam Style Korean Barbecue, that's our goal. We serve only the best in Korean cuisine. We've got several different flavors of bulgogi and fried rice, premium fish plates, and sushi. Our customers love us, and you will too. Check out our menu and even order online. Come on in and we'll show you how we do it Gangnam Style.
Well, 11 schools on the network, and we're actually looking to talk to a couple of schools to start next year's fall season with football. And if you'd like to be a part of that, just make sure you contact us on our web address. Hey, don't forget, for the first time in our history of streaming high school sports in the 7 years we've been doing this, and thank you for all your support, we're doing a football awards banquet and show, kind of like at the Heisman Trophy tonight. We'll have our 4 nominations for Coach of the Year, 4 nominations for Player of the Year. We're going to interview all of those, and then we'll announce the winners. And then some of that is going to be by poll selection, so you can vote for your fan favorites. So go to our website at oksportsnet.com, vote for your favorite player or coach for Coach of the Year. And we are at the half in this one. So it looks like Memorial kind of came away as it was nip and tuck with about a point differential. 5-point lead for the MacArthur Highlanders somewhere in the first. Memorial settled down. They really got Ingram more involved like they wanted to, especially with Cotton. Really moved the ball well down underneath and got that lead with a 3 ball from Jareth Ingram right before the half to extend it a 7-point lead. 27-20. We've got about a minute 50 before we start second half action, so we'll be back to start second half right here on the Oklahoma Sports Network.
Whitehead Plumbing, our mission is to be a leading full-service plumbing contractor. We have dedicated over 20 years perfecting our expertise in Southwest Oklahoma with our craftsmanship and customer service. Whether you have a water, sewer, or gas line that needs to be replaced or repaired, you can always count on us to be there. We offer free estimates and have 24/7 emergency services available. We'll work around the clock and are committed to providing our customers with impeccable services. Call Whitehead Plumbing today for all your plumbing needs.
At Firehouse Subs, a portion of every purchase helps provide life-saving equipment to first responders across the country. So at Firehouse Subs, we don't just make subs. We make subs that are big, bold, and craveable. We make our subs differently because our subs make a difference. Whether you order online or on our app, Firehouse Subs Rapid Rescue to Go will have your subs boxed, bagged, and ready for pickup. Firehouse Subs. Enjoy more subs. Save more lives.
Well, it's been kind of a long stretch, when you got these kind of games and you play and, you basically have Thursday night, you're playing a game. Thursday, you're playing Friday. But they're so used to this because, all these invitationals are going on. It's just right before the Christmas break. Everybody's excited to have these tournaments. And, as what Coach Gagliardi, who had joined us in several of our broadcasts leading up to that, basically said, he says, this is where you kind of figure stuff out. And starting this week, you're going to have your first rankings. Rankings very important. So you kind of set the tone when you kind of make the impact that you do in these tournaments. And since MacArthur wasn't going to be in the Norman tournament, they decided to see if they could arrange one themselves. And so welcome to the first ever Great Plains Invitational, brought to you by Liberty National Bank. And hopefully this will be an annual event, so next year we'll come back with the second annual. Tulsa Memorial Chargers coming out in their all white and just light blue numbers. MacArthur in their all dark black with gold. 27-20, and the Highlanders will start off with the possession to start third quarter. Just like that, the Highlanders kind of move around as they do. Going to get wide open up here in the top of the key for Coleman. Coleman gets trapped by a double team. Inside scoop inside the lane, but Ingram got his hand on it. It's a little toss away. Goes out of bounds, but the Highlanders will retain possession. They're on this end of the court now with Taylor. Back over to Thomas. Rotate with the pick, gets the shot, and up and good for a 3-ball for the Highlanders. And that's just what the doctor ordered to chip away at that Memorial lead, 27-23 with 7:17 left to go in this third quarter. And rotate around for Pratt. Back up to Ingram. Ingram looks to drive, stops. Good defensive move there by Coleman. The shot, erratic, off the mark. Thomas with the rebound. Steal by the Chargers. Into the hands of Pratt. Back over to Ingram. Ingram baseline. Looks to backdoor. It gets double teamed. Looks for a little bit of help. Top of the key. Start over with 6:42 left to go here in the third quarter. Looks for a little bit of help. Little dish back out to Pratt. MacArthur really clamping down with their defense, right in the face of Ingram as he gets at the top. Tries to dribble away with the height advantage and sinks that one. So he gets the bucket to fall to make it 29. Largest lead tonight. No, I take that back. It was a 7-point lead at half, so back to a 6-point lead. And with the elbow, we didn't have any team go into the bonus. There wasn't a lot of fouls called in the first half. This is the first team foul against the Highlanders. That foul is going to be on Coleman. Javal Coleman, the sophomore, picks up his first. Cross from Collins. Collins, nice little feed, and inside the lane he's going to get hacked going in as Pratt gets a little elbow hap. The hack is contributed by Anthony Smith, the senior. That's going to be his second, team second. So maybe I give the little jinx that I say, well, we haven't really went into the bonus at all. And to the line shooting too. First shot up and good. Bring it to 30. Equals their lead, their largest, at half, and now extends it to an 8-point lead. 31-23. Highlanders look to try to get on the board. Initial little delay with Anthony Smith. Dishes that out. Back over to Taylor. 3-ball range on the way. Hits back irons, hits the front, and then no good. Rebounded by Ingram. Goes hard and charged to the line for Pratt, and Pratt gets it to go, and it's a good run by Memorial here. 10-point lead, largest for either team tonight. 5:14 left to go. Top of the key. Says back away, I'll take this. It's Herring drives. Get down over to Coleman. 3-ball range, NBA style, or no, as it rims out into the hands of the Chargers. Back over to Jamerson and Tyree. Hands that back off into the paint for Griffith, and that will roll right in. And they are on a roll. And a timeout is called by Coach Gagliardi for the Highlanders. Why not? You're going to stop the bleeding while you can. We'll be back right after this on the Oklahoma Sports Network.
Do you have questions about your retirement? As a private wealth advisory practice of Ameriprise Financial Services, Wall, Lavender & Associates can help. With the exclusive Confident Retirement approach, you'll work one-on-one with an advisor to develop a retirement roadmap to help get you where you want to go. Call us today.
On any day in December, Pizza Hut can give to you 5 breadsticks for my triple treat, 3 layers deep, 10 Cinnabon mini rolls to eat, and the pizza plus another pizza. It's a pizza miracle! The triple treat box only from Pizza Hut. No one else Pizza's the Hut.
All right, full timeout called by Coach Gagliardi. Trying to help his team as Memorial tries to extend their lead here. It was a 7-point lead with a 3 by Ingram because it wasn't really, that close until Ingram hit that 3 right at the buzzer right before the half to go up 27-20. And look at that. Highlanders have only scored once. And that's why Coach calls timeout almost halfway through a quarter and only get 3 points to show for it from the half. Meanwhile, Memorial extends their lead. MacArthur with the ball, with the half-court press, waiting at the line. Outside for Klein. Klein misses the mark on a 3, tap away into the hands of the Chargers. as Toby. It's the baseline, little drive, and they're going to say foul on the floor, and that's going to not be. It's a charge is called, and it's the first Memorial foul in the second half. Foul is going to be on Pratt. That's going to be his first, the team first, as they get a little perspiration off the court. I try to get a towel. I think we're good. So Herring will inbound for the Highlanders with 4:16 left to go here in the third quarter. Herring. It's a little bit of help from Smith. Back up top to Coleman. Coleman to Klein. Smith back over near side. 3-ball on the way, NBA range. They hit a little bit earlier for Taylor. That comes up shy and empty. And it just kind of, when it rains, it pours. And it's pouring down success for the Memorial Chargers. Running away with this one, 23 for the Highlanders and only 3 points to show for it in this whole third quarter. Shows how aggressive they are, and a steal by the Chargers. A little frustration now for the Highlanders as they're going to say a foul on the floor before he engaged in any kind of movement to the lane. But this is where you kind of can get down. You know, that's what I was kind of wondering. The maturity, and, you know, they're still a young team learning. But, you know, they play Putnam City to a tie for the third quarter, and their fourth quarter looks like this third quarter here, where they just couldn't get a bucket. Highlanders really struggling. Meanwhile, the Chargers have scored 10 in this quarter. It was 27-20 at the half. It's now 37-23. As you can see, the Highlanders still looking for a bucket. Chargers look to drive, get a tie-up and a whistle and a foul on the floor. And that's going to be the fourth team foul for the Highlanders, and that foul is going to be on A.J. Vaughn. The sophomore picks up his first. Ingram back over to Collins. Collins backs out, starts to engage, really trying to bounce pass down to Ingram. Ingram gets on a roll, so goes the team with Ingram's play. But, you know, Cotton gets his part in it. You didn't box out, and right there for the rebound and the putback for the points for Ingram to make it 39. 39-23 with 2:30 left to go here in this third quarter. Highlanders for 3-ball range, hits the iron and no good. Ingram with the rebound. Klein trying to get his opportunity. Comes down the lane, little scoop and score. No. Flashed around, and it's going to be out of bounds. Last touch by the Highlanders. Bounce pass, little turnaround jumper in the lane. Boy, that's a nice little move by Cotton. Cotton brings it up into the 40 range, 41-23. What a quarter it's been for Memorial. Like to say that for the Highlanders, not. Just has not gone in. It's not been a shooter's side of the ball at all, and there's a whistle on the floor. Got some substitutions coming in for the Highlanders. Will be Malone, another freshman. Coach going to his bench, getting a lot of experience here. Don't forget the conclusion of this game. They'll have a presentation of, the consolation. They've also got each player from each team is called the all-tournament team, and they'll announce one from each and pass out a little bit of hardware. You want to have a little bit of hardware of your accomplishments of this 3-day stretch. Full court press by the Highlanders with $1:46 left to go. And it's going to be a throwaway, and that pressure worked. Not able to come down with it was Tyree Jamison, and that goes out of bounds. The sophomore were not able to contain that, so the Highlanders will get the possession with A.J. Vaughn to inbounds. Over to Coleman with 1:40 left to go. Smith, turnaround jumper at the top of the zone, and they're going to say whistle as he stepped out of bounds with the ball, and a turnover. Again, Highlanders have only scored 3 points, just one bucket in this third quarter. And Ingram, oh, wow, I'll tell you what, they're going to be a charge on that. So 2 defenders collided in there. You can see that there on replay as they set their feet. Oh, yeah, it's taking one for the team. Coach says, man, I'll say you've seen all kinds of stuff broken and adjusted and readjusted when you do that. But, yeah, that's why they say taking one for the team. $1:22 left to go. Will the Highlanders be able to get their first bucket since the get-go of this third quarter with $1:09 left to go? Boy, one could hope so. This is a third quarter they like to have back. They're working it. In between, gets stripped and stolen. Still gets the ball, a fight for it, and there's a whistle on the floor. A little bit of talking to Malone. It's a jump ball called, and the possession arrow is going to go with Memorial. So no foul, but a jump ball called. 57 seconds remain, and Highlanders still scoreless in this third quarter. So down to 52 seconds left to go. Tipped away and stolen by the Highlanders. Come on, Highlanders. Let's get a point here. Let's get a bucket. Make yourself feel good to get into that fourth quarter. Smith, over corner, 3-ball on the way. Looks good. Hits the front eye of the rim. No good. Rebounded by the Chargers. Just goes coast to coast, and a deflection in the lane to make that no good. 22 seconds. Loose ball, and then another Smith rejection. Down to 18 seconds left to go. Smith playing his heart out. 14 seconds remain here in the third quarter. 41-23. It's been all Memorial this quarter. Down to the final 9 seconds. Playing for the last shot. Inside, gets stolen. Highlanders, and it's off the Highlanders' foot off of Smith. 1.8 seconds left to go, and the Chargers will have an opportunity at a fadeaway shot at the buzzer. And we'll go into the fourth and final period. You know, you kind of hate to say those moral victories. I say, man, we played 3 quarters tough. 2 games. Nope, that's going to end it. After 3 quarters of play in the books, Tulsa Memorial leads 41-23. We'll be back with the fourth and final period right after this on the Oklahoma Sports Network.
Sidelined by surgery, illness, injury? Valor Physical Therapy can help. At Valor PT, our skilled therapists create a rehabilitation program individualized for you, with education and encouragement each step of the way. Whether it's sports or the activities of life, let Valor get you back in the game. Start now at 405-265-6449. No referral needed. Mention Oklahoma Sports Network and get a free t-shirt at your first appointment.
Feet. We use them every day. Working, playing, and usually taking them for granted. If your feet hurt, see the professionals at Southwest Foot and Ankle Clinic. They've been serving Southwest Oklahoma for the past 36 years, providing the highest quality care and combining the latest technology with old-fashioned Oklahoma compassion. With 3 locations to serve you, Lawton, Duncan, and Altus. Call today or visit us online at swokfoot.com.
Well, welcome to now the fourth and final period of the third seed of who is going to take third place in this tournament. We've got 8 minutes to finish this one. Highlanders, let's see, can finally get a score. Will it be the first time in the fourth period? No. Still in a cold spell. At 20 points at the half, only 3 in the third quarter. 14 points scored by Memorial in the third quarter. 3 ball on the way and gets that one to sink. So just keeps running away with that to make it 44. Highlanders inside the paint, back irons, no. Still waiting for their first bucket in such a drought. It's like a Dust Bowl drought. Can't get a bucket for nothing. Bounces around, whistle on the floor, probably out of bounds. Let's see, last touched by the Highlanders. So Chargers will take it out underneath. At 6 o'clock, we will have the championship versus Lawton High and Putnam City. Back irons like their bucket counts, and that's going to be a 3-point play. So opportunity, let's look at that. So Ingram. Gets that to go. To make it 47. So the bucket and the harm. Memorial really's run away with this in the third quarter, but and really kind of tail raining before the half. But Highlanders just still playing aggressive, loose ball. You just want to try to get that first bucket in a while. And now we got a charge is called. That's going to be on Rushing. That's going to be his first team 6. So the other insult to injury is one more way of putting Memorial in the bonus for the rest of the way. Memorial's only with 2 team fouls here in the second half. And if you want to go back and watch any of the games like Tulsa Memorial, Lawton High, that was a good one to watch. You can watch that on demand. So I think we got the floor cleared now. Say these kids playing as they are. I'm just, as a fan of just wanting something to work. Highlanders, really get to score. Applaud when they get this first score in a while. Tied up, Memorial in the lane. Boy, that's just in the lane for Cotton. Turnaround jumper, using as an opportunity. Goes up, and he's tied up and foul on the way in. So maybe this will be the opportunity to finally get your first points as Coleman goes to the line with the reach in, and he'll shoot 2. I don't care however you get it. Just get off that 23. I'm tired of seeing that. And they do. And there was much rejoicing. 49-24. A Monty Python joke for those who followed Monty Python back in the day. Second shot up and also good. So finally get the 25 off of that 23 mark. Comes from the charity stripe. And 6 to go here in this one. All but pretty much say that Tulsa Memorial will come up third in this, and a nice little backdoor up off the glass. The bank is open for a deposit and no return. 51, nice tie up for the double team. Gets that one up, and it's going to be a foul on the floor as Coleman goes in. It's going to be the third team foul. And the foul is on Toby, Darius Toby. Going to round ball this around. 3 ball on the way. Misses the mark. Rebound. It's a 2-on-2. Back out. 3 ball on the way, coming the other way, and yeah, sinks that one. That's what happens. Tulsa Memorial gets on a roll, making it look easy with 5:16 left to go here in this fourth and final period. Little floater inside the lane, detested, deflected, stolen. Coming back down on the other end, wide open for a 3 ball, and sinks it. Boy, it just keeps going, raining threes, and a timeout on the floor by Coach Gagliardi and the Highlanders. He's seen enough of that little stretch. He'll take one, we'll take one with him. We'll be back right after this on the Oklahoma Sports Network.
Well, hey there. I'm Trent Logan, expert realtor in Southwest Oklahoma. Just so happens I'm also the president of the LTSAE-AATT. Bullseye. That's the Lawton Tri-State Area East Amateur Axe Throwing Team. So yeah, I do know what it's like to deliver under pressure. Probably broke it. You want to know what the #1 problem with being the best is? Nothing. Got him!
Well, welcome back to the Great Plains Coliseum with the fourth and final period of this one as Memorial took the big lead. They actually had a 7-point lead at the half and then extended it. As we said, the drama behind the Highlanders is they only had 3 points to show to the 14 for Memorial in the third quarter alone, and that was really the difference maker. Now we'll go on the back end with a final 5 to go in this one. Quickly down the floor, eyes the backboard, a little drive. Dish out and thrown away as a steal by Memorial. I'm going to slow that down just a bit. 4:39 left to go. A little hand clap there, if a little bit too much underneath, and that is going to put the Chargers in the bonus for the rest of the way. 7th team foul for the Highlanders. That foul is going to be on Malone. Brennan Malone, a freshman. You've heard us say a lot of freshmen the coach is getting a lot of experience for with the personal. Misses that in the 1-and-1. Opportunity for the Highlanders with the rebound and coming down the floor with 4:30 left to go. 3 ball on the way. Off the glass and off the mark. Quickly pacing it down the field and down the field. Listen to me. Football knowledge down the court. Just coming off of the football terminology and a great season of football with the 11 schools in the network. You can go back and watch any of those games on demand. Congratulations to the Carl Albert Titans, one of our schools in the network, for winning a state title, their 17th state title. Foul on the way in. Yeah, 11 schools in the network, all 3 Lawton schools who are playing here for this Great Plains Invitational. And then we have Cache and Elgin, the outlining areas, Altus, Newcastle, all of Middell, Newcastle's the Racers, and the Yukon Millers. In fact, Yukon was our first new school this past year. So Cotton misses at the first, second one coming up. No good. 57-25 with 4:12 left to go for this finisher of the third place finish. So the Highlanders will finally get another bucket. 30-point lead now for Memorial. Really got away from them, and Memorial will finish third in the tournament. Highlanders will be fourth, but, as Coach says, you're a young team trying to evaluate yourself and get inside the paint for another score there and get some good quality minutes in these tournaments. It's just not yeah, your overall record, but, just it's a lot of experience, a lot of playing time, a lot of basketball as you start your season, figure out what's going right, what you need to correct, and you'll get that. But it's good to be able to play and play as much and, play locally, play here in your hometown and get some of the crowds to come out, watch some of this. As we say at the conclusion of this game, at the 6 o'clock mark, we will have Lawton High and Putnam City. Hits that one sail for 3. And a timeout is called. So as they take one, we'll take one. We'll be back right after this. You're watching the Great Plains Invitational on the Oklahoma Sports Network.
I'm flying. I put my helmet on, my visor down, my mask up. You don't know who I am. Whether I'm African American, Asian American, Hispanic, white, male or female. You just know I'm an American airman kicking your butt. I'm General C.Q. Brown Jr. Come join us.
It's the Great Plains Invitational here live at the Great Plains Coliseum. Glad to have you along with 3:07 left to go here in this one. For the third place finish, we'll go to the Tulsa Memorial Chargers making the long trip. Coach wants to thank them for making the investment to come down here. But they have such a good relationship. Got some great respect for each other's programs and have known each other. A nice little try to save it going out of bounds and got tangled up with your own player. Kind of got hit low. Just kind of shake that one off, son. That's what they say. Rub some dirt in it. Get back out there. 2:50 remain. But, yeah, the 8 teams in action here over the last 2 days, all 3 Lawton schools. Nice little bounce pass there. Tulsa Memorial taking the big long trip. And then you had Putnam City, who's going to be playing the finals against Lawton High. You had Oklahoma City Storm. You had Northwest Classen, who also just beat Eisenhower in that latter round, the game previous to this one. Lets that one sail. Hits the front of the rim, no good. And a whistle on the floor. .220 remain. Bounce pass. Little round ball. Let's kind of set this one up. Man, way outside the arc for the 3-ball range. Is off the mark, hits the front of the rim. And you think, man, if that was in a regular high school gym, I think maybe that would have been, he would have nailed that. And then, that's momentum too. Here's the same on the reverse end coming on that side, but he hits it. So much for that theory, right? To make it 65. Now they got a trophy presentation for third place, and then they'll have the all-tournament team is made up of one of each players from each school of kind of how they played in these last 3 games. We started Thursday with 4 games. Friday the same. 2, 4, 6, and 8 as they were playing setting up those times with 1:40 left to go. Memorial going to keep going and spread the ball around for a 3-ball look, and he hits it, nails it from the corner. Just really making an impact there. .28-27 with a $1.19. Coach always says you can always hear that is the chant from the Memorial bench, Chargers. I mean, they're engaged on every aspect of it, paying attention to the game when it comes to defense, and it's going to be a throwaway, knocked out. Was not able to come out with it is Alcido, a sophomore. Xavier Alcido, a 6-foot sophomore with down to a minute left to play. Outside corner for a 3-ball, and boy, everything's been raining well for them. No good with a tip-out rebound, and that's going to go out of bounds. Last touch by the Chargers, so the MacArthur Highlanders will have the ball with the final 45 seconds left to go in this one. Down to 40 seconds. Stop and let that one sail for 3. Hit the front end of the iron and no good. Going to back out. 3-ball on the way. No good. Rebounded by the Highlanders. 21 seconds left to go. Coach really going to a lot of bench players. Puts that one up. No good for Halliburton. But the rebound gets up and good to get it to 29. Really wasn't it's a great first half, down to 3 seconds, and that will be the conclusion of this one. 68-29. Congratulations to the Tulsa Memorial Chargers as they go to 3rd place in this tournament. Teams will shake hands. The Lawton High Wolverines come storm the floor, and they will be ready to set this one up as we've got 45 minutes before we get into the second one. So we've enjoyed this one, and we're going to stop and take a little bit of a breather and a break and come back with more with second half action with the championship round, the Lawton High Wolverines against the Putnam City Pirates. And we'll do that as we'll come back to action here in just a bit, about 45 minutes away from the next tip-off right here on the Oklahoma Sports Network.